Have you already completed the 2023 F.A.R.M event in Astroneer? If you haven't, then here are some tips for how to complete it, and if you already have, then I've got some tips for what to do afterwards. Without any further ado, let's get started. Number 1. Faster crafting. If you can, you should get the faster Cauldrongia plants. You probably already know you can find them on Silva, Kelidor or Aatrox. So what's the difference? You could just take the one from Silva, right? It's the easiest to get. But there is a crucial difference between them, and that's the speed at which they craft biofuels. The one on Silva is the slowest, the one on Kelidor is a medium speed, and the one on Aatrox is the best one to get. So again, if you can, if you're at the point of the game where you feel confident going to Aatrox, then that's your best bet. Get one of those Cauldrongia plants because they are so much faster. From my experiments, they are twice as fast from the ones on Kelidor, and I don't even know how many times faster than the ones on Silva. Number 2. Proximity repeaters. Now that you've got faster crafting, you also need to get seeds faster, so you can keep your Cauldrongia plant going at all times. Otherwise, what's the point of getting a faster one? So how do you get seeds faster? The easiest way to do that is with proximity repeaters. You actually get that as a reward for completing the first tier of the event, so it kind of hints at you, hey, you should probably use this. Basically, you place them on the ground next to the plants you want to harvest and you activate it. Everything that's in its circle will get harvested. Then when you want to replant the seeds, you activate it again and everything that's in its radius will get replanted. Sounds easy, right? That's because it is. Even before you get the proximity repeaters as a reward for the first tier of the event, you can craft them using your small printer, and they are not that expensive, so go for those as early as possible. Number 3. Planting at home. Now this one's pretty obvious. Why would you build a farm that's so far away from your base that it takes more time to just drive all the way there and back? It makes no sense. So just build the farm straight in your base or right next to it. Or you can get your whole F.A.R.M and Cauldrongia operation to a different outpost that's basically a little base and do everything over there. If you really want to go overboard, you can do like a farm that's far away from your base and then use trains and automation for that, but it makes no sense. You're wasting resources and time. I mean, it's cool if you want to do that, go for it. But if you're going for efficiency, then just build the farms in your base. And it goes without saying, you should build farms. Don't just go wandering around the planets after the seeds. That's gonna take so much time and it's not worth your time. Instead, the whole event is about building a farm and basically being like a farmer and gathering and replanting and completing the event that way. Great, so you've got that out of the way. Now let's get on to number 4, automation. You can do this manually. You can complete the whole event manually in a couple hours. It's pretty easy to do, I did that. But you might want to automate it. You can do this by using proximity repeaters, delay repeaters and auto arms. Basically the delay repeater counts down, and when the count is done, it activates everything in its radius. So what you need to do is place the proximity repeater in the radius of the delay repeater. Then when the timer runs out, the delay repeater activates the proximity repeater, and once that activates, as I said earlier, it activates everything in its radius, including the delay repeater, so the whole process starts again. And you can see how this can help you in F.A.R.M automation, because once the delay repeater gets activated once, your plants are gonna get harvested, and then the count is gonna start again. When it's done, your plants are gonna get replanted, and so on and so forth. Then all you need is an auto arm to grab the extra seeds or the samples and throw them into your Cauldrongia plants. Yes, I said plants plural. You can scale this up as much as you want. You can have 10, 15, 20 Cauldrongia plants, one next to the other, and a whole lot of farms like this, so you can complete a ton of tiers rapidly. And why did I say a ton of tiers? Like, there are only 3, right? Wrong. Because number 5, secret tiers. These aren't really secret. They are secret in the sense that the game doesn't openly tell you about them from the start of the event. So you just think, okay, I need to get to 8,000 points, and then the event is over. The basic event is over, but from then on, you've got extra tiers. Each tier is 800 points, which is 16 Noxotane. That's how I did them, using Noxotane. It's the fastest way to do that. Each Noxotane is 50 points. And why would you just complete random tiers after the event is already finished? You won't get any cosmetic rewards or anything like that. Yes, but you will get a ton of cool rewards, including some materials, metals, stuff like that. That's good. Those are helpful, they are great, but what you are really looking for is the big rewards. Nanocarbon alloy, QTRTGs, portable smelters, that kind of stuff. So that's what you're actually looking for. You can complete as many secret tiers as you'd like. You can get to 1,000,000 points in the F.A.R.M event. Just do it before the event runs out. So naturally you can do that manually, but it's gonna take a lot of time. You are still gonna get a ton of cool rewards and resources, but if you really want to get the best out of the F.A.R.M event before it concludes, then you should pair automation with this last item on the list, the secret tiers, and those two paired together are gonna get you a ton of cool items. And the beauty of this is that you can do it even in the early game. So if you just started an Astroneer save during the F.A.R.M event, you can quickly get to the point where you can start the event, and then you can get all sorts of even late game materials like nanocarbon alloy, QTRTGs, stuff like that, portable smelters, everything, you can get those right off the gate. So that is a game changer for an Astroneer playthrough. If you need some more pointers about the F.A.R.M event, then you can check out my tutorial video where I explained from the very beginning everything you need to know about the F.A.R.M event. And this will apply to the F.A.R.M event of every year, so next year's F.A.R.M event, the year after that. So these are things that you should know in Astroneer. I'm gonna leave you with that, so go watch that video next, and I'll see you next time. Cheers, Astroneers!